Part of the question is, how did you, what's in your story, right? How did you get where you are? How did you come to where you are today? And I want to give you just a brief background on that. If you're going to go into leadership development, you really ought to start at the top, right? So that's what I did. 1972, the class of 72 in 72. How ironic is that? I was Mr. President. Ooh, something like that, right? Then I took the 25-year continuing education, higher education path. If you've done it in 4 years, there's something wrong with you, or 8, or whatever it is. And I'm not a medical doctor, so there's no excuse for the 25 years, other than I came out of high school thinking I knew what I wanted to do. No, I didn't. I came out of high school not knowing what I wanted to do, except I went to a private college, used all my life savings in that first year, and I said, you know what, I don't know what I'm here for, so I'll come back when I do. And so I did. I did that by going through a community college in Independence, Kansas, a little bit later. Then a few kids into it. It's amazing how you can go cum laude when you've got life under your belt. So with 2 children, finished up the bachelor's degree, and then a few more years down the road, received my master's degree. And so it's a 25-year plan. I highly recommend it because I think it makes sense. Of course I would. Then I spent a couple of decades as a shepherd with sheep. And then I had a 10-year fast track. It's kind of, I call it my street-level MBA. There's a lot of learning that goes on at the street once you're in your seat. And so I received that kind of business training by jumping into it. And I started out in Oklahoma City with Clear Channel Radio, then was recruited to Cox Radio here in Tulsa. And some of those call letters you may be familiar with. And that was the cluster of the 5 stations at the time. And then, as a part of that time, I had the privilege of being selected to participate in the executive leadership program of Cox Enterprises based in Atlanta, our parent company. Cox Cable, Cox Enterprise, Manheim Auto Auction. If you get the blue envelope in the mail, that's them too. What's that blue envelope? Valpak? Yeah, that's it. So it was a 1-year program where I had access to an executive coach myself. I went on an executive leadership outward bound experience in North Carolina, backpacking